to my video. My name is Galuh Susanti. In this nice occasion, I will show you my interview to an interpreter. I interviewed an interpreter as well as English teacher and translator. She is Mbak Putri Abriani. I found her in Instagram at putri.translation and I texted her and she accepted to become my interviewee. So, let's watch the video. Assalamualaikum Mbak Putri, how are you?
Salam, I'm good.
Okay Mbak,
Okay.
before that, thank you for helping me in my task to interviewing an interpreter. Can Mbak Putri introduce yourself first? Maybe it's about your name and what activity or job they are currently undertaken.
Okay, my name is Putri Abriani. Everyone used to call me Putri. And thank you for having me for being one of the participants of your, research. And it's an honor for me. And actually, I am an English teacher, but also an interpreter and translator. And I'm so interested in being your participant as an interpreter because it's so interesting. And because I got married like almost 2 years ago, so I resigned from my job in a big company actually. But now I'm still teaching actually, but I tend to translate and interpret. And yeah, this is a very exact activity that you are, you are doing in the research. And yes, and currently I'm teaching privately and in an English course and interpret some people, especially for the people who come from different countries, but usually they come from, um, let's say, the people or the native teachers in my previous job. So I used to help them with the language. And yeah, basically those things are my activities. Yes.
That's interesting. Okay, I know Mbak Putri from Instagram at Putri Translator, and
Yeah.
there I Mbak Putri also an interpreter. So can you tell me about your experience when you were an interpreter?
Okay. Being an interpreter is really challenging for me because I don't start everything from that. But I was offered actually by my friend. I don't say that I have lots of experience in interpreting, but uh, the biggest experience, the two biggest experience I had before when I was in BNN. You know BNN, it's the State Narcotic Board by the National Narcotica. I was offered for interviewing a prisoner, and the prisoner was sent from Bali, and I had to interview the person, and it was really scary, and it's a bit uh, confusing, nervous for me because I just graduated from the university before, and after that, I was not alone. I was accompanied by my friend and also the policeman over there. They have some kinds of list, and I had to give some questions, very specific and significant questions to the prisoners in there, and then yeah, I was really young at that time, and that was my biggest experience, one of the biggest experiences. And the second one, I was offered by my friend too. She worked in a golf field company, and she had problem with languages, especially English, and she had to interview. She had to accompany guests from different countries, where the guests should go. Should have been in some countries. No, I mean like places in Indonesia, in Jakarta, such as hotel, bars, restaurants, or any um, what kinds of, yeah, lots of places. So my friends really need me at that time, and then she asked me to follow her wherever she went, and then I help her. The most interesting one is I had to start from the very beginning. I had to pick up the guests to the airport. I had to had a board which having their names on it, so I have to be like this because I didn't know their faces, and then I had to call them, and then yeah, basically my experiences in interpreting is not really in a very official event, not really official event, like in a seminar, in a big event. No, but it's a bit changing places. So I keep changing my places wherever I help people. But that's the thing I got my experience from interpreting.
Yes,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
that is an interesting experience. Based on your experience that you tell earlier, what are the
Mm-hmm.
benefits of being an interpreter? What are the benefits?
Of course, lots of benefits I got. Sometimes we don't realize that by having a lots of people, the people we meet, we know what is it like we broaden our knowledge, and then we practice our English, of course. We broaden our knowledge, cultures, and we recreate a big community, a stronger community, and we make a good relationship. And from one person to another person, so we make some links from that. We make networks, and because we keep talking with them, and beside that, they really want to know about us, about our countries, about what our activities are, and that makes us being appreciated. And interpreter is not that scary, like depends on the situation itself. Based on my opinion, because the situation I had before is a very friendly situation. It's not really formal, but there are educated people, but I help them outside the event. So they want to know about Indonesian culture, food, tradition, life, everything, something like that. So lots of benefits, and it makes us what is it? We it makes us more open-minded to people from another countries. So it's not just they learn about our countries, but after that we know that we have to learn from them too. Where yeah, for example, if we want to go to their countries, then we know what to do because they're gonna share what they have in their countries too. That's the thing.
Wow, that's a lots of benefits.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Behind the benefits, there must be a challenge behind it. Then, what is
Mm-hmm.
your difficulty or challenge when becoming an interpreter?
My challenging was okay. From the very basic one, uh, we sometimes find specific terms, terminology, or a very advanced words that we don't really know how to express. So we have to know how to paraphrase it. We have to know how to convey it, express it in different language. Because sometimes it's not only between the interpreter with the person with the guest, but also we connect. We are as the connector between our friend or our institution with the other with the guests. So we are the connector, so we have to combine their ideas, and sometimes we have to choose the correct words, correct language, and that is the challenging one. We have to know a lots of our various kinds of words, terminology that they can understand. And beside that, about time, we have to be ready. This is really challenging. We have to be ready because we have to follow their path. We have to follow their what is it? Their schedule, and we have to um, yeah, we have to be ready. Like my experience, for example, whenever I was called and I had to pick them in the airport at blah blah blah. Then I have to be there at 9, for example. Then after that, actually I got lost. Not I didn't get lost, but I lost them because there were 7 people, but I only got one person over there. So and the rest of the people, they went to the hotel immediately without my notice. So I have to be ready to the hotel and then find the guests, something like that, because they didn't have any background knowledge of Indonesian. So uh, I had to catch them to help them with the language in the hotel, and then after that, we didn't know that until what time they need us. For example, after the hotel, they wanted to go to the restaurant. So I didn't know what time they wanted to go to the restaurant. So I have to wait in a hotel, and then blah 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 blah. So it's about time. You have to be ready whenever it is, and then after the time, it's about um, being being lonely. Actually, I mean in this case, being lonely means being interpreter. it doesn't mean you are with your friends, you will love each other, you have chit and chat with your friends. No, but you have to be ready that you're alone, you're gonna help people, and then uh, yeah, but it doesn't mean the people around you are mean. No, but you have to be an interpreter professionally in front of people, and it's your work. That's the thing. And then the other thing was yeah, kinds of terminology terminology that you have to face. And yeah, of course, cultures, you have to know about the cultures about your countries itself. Don't be like somebody who doesn't know about yourself, about your countries. And you have to learn about, before you help people, you have to know about what you should do, what kinds of field the people come from. And then of course that being interpreter doesn't mean you know everything. You will learn from what you're gonna do. Let's say businessmen, so what kinds of business they are doing, so you have to know topic that they are interested in to join. And um, everything, at least you know, you tried. Whenever you got lost, then yeah, you can search more things about that. And yeah, that's the basic things based on my experiences. Sorry, I
Yes.
talk a lot.
And then this is my last question. What are the
Okay.
strategies that can be used to become a good interpreter?
um okay, to be a good interpreter doesn't mean I am a good interpreter. I'm still learning and I'm still doing it. Interpreter is like teaching. I mean, teaching, not, it's really different. It's quite different. But interpreting, teaching, you learn every day. You learn whenever you're working. So you have to have, being interpreting means you have to have lots of knowledge. You have to know about your own countries. You have to know about the people that you are facing. And then it's gonna be a plus point if you know about politic things, what happened in your countries. And then so it's gonna be, depends on the what situations um, you are in when you are as an interpreter. And then you have to be aware about your culture. And then yeah, I make some notes about my point of view. And then you're gonna have to have a self-control, of course. Don't be like somebody who is like, oh my god, I have to help this person, and I'm so tired. Oh, I'm no, you cannot be like that. So you have to be ready. It's like teaching, interpreting, translator is like an actress for me, based on my opinion, because you cannot show people that you are tired. You cannot show people that you are sick. You have to be ready because they need your service. They don't care about what happened to you. They will care, but that's not going to be number one. And then you have to be open-minded. You have to be open-minded, like when they speak their mind. So you have to be like a good listener. um, you share what they need, and you have to speak clearly. You have to be in a middle. You cannot be like somebody who is in one side or the other side. So you have to be professional like that. And yeah, that's that's what I can share.
Okay,
Hmm.
Mbak Putri, thank you for having me today. Uh,
Yeah, you're welcome.
Stay healthy.
Thank you. And all right.
Interesting discussion, right? So, being an interpreter has many benefits. We can expand our knowledge, can practice our English, and also can do many things. However, there are also challenges or difficulties that must be faced, such as how an interpreter must be able to convey a message between two people, and sometimes she must paraphrase to be easily understood. And finally, to be a good interpreter, we must be professional. I hope we can get a lot of knowledge from this video. Thank you for watching and stay healthy. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.